Hi, I'm Danielle Matus here at Caring Medical Florida. Here I have our patient Sara with us today to talk a little bit about her journey and her case. So Sara, I was just saying to you, and I always say this with love, like you were in pretty rough shape when you came to Caring Medical for the first time, right? Like just a lot of areas that were hurting you, and you were really struggling. What brought you here?
At the time, back home, I had gotten into a car accident. I got rear-ended by a dump truck, and I thought I was fine for the better part of a year. Then I started having a lot of symptoms, and then I started seeing other doctors, got an MRI, and that's where they found that I had a lot of things wrong with my neck: stenosis, multiple herniations. Got a digital motion X-ray back home, found that I had a lot of instability with the ligaments, and was even recommended at one point for a spinal fusion. And so
significant.
It was a lot. It was overwhelming. I remember sitting in my car bawling my eyes out thinking I had no hope. It was really, really hard. And then I just started looking up alternatives, and I found a YouTube video on someone who was a previous patient of yours, and I decided I'm going to look up Caring Medical, and that's what I did. I looked you guys up. I saw your videos. I even called you guys at the time and was like, I need to give this a chance. So one of my biggest symptoms I was having was I'd get cervicogenic headaches. I'd get numbness and tingling in my head and face, lots, like 24-hour migraines.
Oh my gosh.
I was in a lot of pain. And to top it off, I already suffered from military injuries because with my low back. So I was already dealing with other injuries, and this just made things to the point where I didn't even know if I'd wake up the next morning.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was hard mentally. I've got a supportive family. I've got my kids. So, sometimes I wonder if it wasn't for them, would I still be here? So, it was a really, really rough patch 2 years ago. And now I've been seeing you guys for the better part of a year and a half. But coming here and getting answers, not just, take pills, put ice on it, and go to PT, where you're not always going to get the best. Not every physical therapist is created equal. And so for me, I ended up having a bad physical therapist who had me doing things I shouldn't have for stenosis. And so, long story short, I got the opportunity and the funds, and my husband supported me. I came down, and you found out what was going on, and we started treatment with my neck. I will say the first few trips, you're stiff and uncomfortable, but you guys take the whole health approach. You guys weren't just like, we're just going to inject you, and it's not like cortisone that masks pain. It was, you have the ability to fix my ligaments and help me correct my neck and my posture and my curve. And I got to see wow, you guys really care. And I might cry, but I really, really, for the first time in my life, had hope coming here. I hadn't had hope in years. I suffered from my military injuries for so long and just never having answers for things. And so to come here and realize that you guys aren't going to further injure me. You guys are able to check the progress. So to be able to come and yes, be stiff and sore and not be able to ice things because you guys support the inflammation response, and then you telling me that, this might take 9 to 11 treatments. Okay, so this isn't like a one-stop shop. You're going to come back and you're going to work. But it gives you also it's in your, it made me feel as though the ball's in my court.
Yeah.
It's what I put in, but also having the support to know that I'm not going to jack myself up further injuring myself. And now, before I knew it, I was like, hey, I've got this going on with my back that I didn't notice as much before.
Well, that's where I came in.
That's where you came in?
Yeah. And because there's been lots of other injuries and things that we've worked on with you. And I would say one thing that sticks out to me just about your case and working with you, over this last year is you very much put in the work. And you should be proud of that. You go home and you do your exercises and you do your homework and you work on your posture and you do all the things. And as a provider, I just want to thank you for that too, because that's part of it. That's not all of it. Of course, we work together as a team, but that's part of it, and that's why you're doing so well. So You should be proud of yourself too.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So, with your low back pain and, knees and shoulders and, your cervicogenic headaches and your numbness, and radiculopathy and all the things that you brought, to us, how are you doing today?
I can feel a significant difference.
Good.
I don't have everyday pain like I was before.
Good.
I might have the occasional little flare up with my neck, but I also know I need to be putting more effort in at home. I need to be constantly aware of my posture and not text necking and
that's such a big thing. You hit the nail on the head there. Yeah. That's big for everybody though, not just for you, but yeah.
Yep. So, but with all the things you were able to fix and repair, I kind of feel like a new person. My massage therapist back home even commented, she was like, I have to treat you like your body's a different body now compared to when you first came to me. Yeah.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, because at the end of the day, we just got to keep you being able to walk around Disney. Right? Yeah. So, yeah. That's awesome. What goals did you have when you first came in, and have you attained them?
I wanted more mobility. I wanted to not, just sit around or lay around because I wasn't physically, it felt like I could, whether it was through chronic pain or having the headaches. It was, I want to do more with my kids. I want to garden. I want to go physically be more active. And little by little, to just feel my spine get more stable. That was game changer. Oh, I can lean and not feel like my low back is going to shift out of place on me. That was the biggest thing. So yeah. I'm hoping now, as we're coming to the conclusion of all my wonderful treatments, that I can start doing more with my husband, my kids. Right now I'm doing a lot of physical therapy. So I just see myself keep getting better. And at a point I never thought I would get better. So I can't thank you enough.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
It's a scary feeling when you don't trust your own body, especially for doing simple things. Mm-hmm. So, I've been there. I've been where I'm, loading the dishwasher, and I'm oh my gosh, I think my back, I have to be careful with this very simple task.
So, yes, I first thought the only thing I'd be getting treated was just my neck. And then you discovered through digital motion x-rays and ultrasounds that not only did I have that going around with me, I had a lot of laxity in my knee from the accident. So we fixed that. I had a tear at one point in my elbow.
That's right, I forgot about that.
Yep,
yeah.
You fixed that. I had a torn rotator cuff. You fixed that. Mm-hmm. And went from my neck to my lumbar, because with my military injuries, didn't realize how much the car accident impacted that. You stabilized my lumbar and my SI joints. You stabilized my thoracic spine. I feel like the bionic woman.
We've had a lot of fun.
And a lot of swearing. No.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But yeah, look at you now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
All right.